Hi, I'm Gavin Gaynor from Mohawk Make Ready. I'm the Vice President of Research and Development at Mohawk Fine Papers, and I've been asked to speak to you today a few minutes about why you should choose a digital paper for your digital production press. Mohawk's been committed to developing products for digital printing for about 20 years now, really since the beginning of digital color production. There are three basic areas to consider when you're developing papers for digital color production. First is sheet feeding and the transport mechanism. Second is the transfer and fusing or fixing of the image to the sheet. And third is post-press considerations. What are you going to do with the sheet after it comes out of the press? Relative to sheet feeding, there are several things that are important in the design and manufacture of a digital sheet of paper. The first is you need to have a flat sheet or a lack of curl. Okay? The sheet pickup systems in digital presses are often less forgiving than in an offset press, and a curled or non-flat sheet can lead to misfeeds and jams. Coefficient of friction is also an important consideration. Sheets that don't slide easily over one another will have a tendency to cause double feeds. A third factor to consider in sheet feeding is cut quality. What we're looking for in a good sheet there is no welded edges that will cause double feeds, squareness and dimensional accuracy so that we get good registration, particularly side to side, and a good clean cut so that we don't have ragged edges, and not related to sheet feed, but so that we have no slitter dust, which can contaminate the inside of the press. A final consideration for sheet feeding is static. We'll talk later about the conductivity of the sheet and how it relates to performance in the press, but static in the paper transport system can also cause jams and double feeds. Relative to image transfer and fusing, the surface resistivity, or its inverse, conductivity, is an important substrate property to consider. If the resistivity is too high or too low, the charged particles which compose the image can't be effectively transferred to the substrate. We control the resistivity of the sheet by controlling moisture and by adding conductive additives. Much like offset printing, the uniformity of the sheet contributes greatly to the overall print quality. A non-uniform sheet will lead to the uneven transfer of toner to the substrate, ultimately appearing as mottle. All of Mohawk's coated and uncoated digital items include surface chemistry designed to enhance the transfer and adhesion of the image to the substrate. Mohawk developed an inkswell technology decades ago for offset printing, but it turned out this product was very successful in the early days of digital color production printing. So we've extracted some of the magic from that formulation and applied it to digital papers, including Mohawk Color Copy. Mohawk's iTone technology is a more recent development, where we've aimed to have the absolute best performance on the indigo while not compromising performance on dry toner and offset. A final consideration is post-print processing, or what are you going to do with the sheet after it comes out of your digital press. Since most digital presses heat the sheet in one way or another, it's important to design a sheet that doesn't respond to the heating with excess curl or static. The nature of digital printing is that it's often on demand, and so there's no time for delay between printing and post-print processing. We designed our iTone products with that in mind, so not only do they have fantastic adhesion, they have fantastic adhesion immediately off the press. To summarize, we've discussed a few reasons today why you should choose a paper specifically designed to run in your digital press. But ultimately, it comes down to enhancing the runnability and uptime of your press, producing a high-quality, durable image, and being able to turn jobs quickly.